Welcome.
Hey,
All right,
what's up,
guys.
Welcome to the podcast.
We're back again in the new year.
Yes, 2024.
I'm Ben.
I'm Joel.
I'm Journey, and we are the Cousins Cast.
Yes. Today we're going to talk about what we did over this Christmas, New Year.
What we did
break.
since we recorded that fall episode.
Yeah, it was a long time, but we kind of took a break.
The week after Christmas feels like it went by in like a day. I don't know why, but the week after Christmas just shouldn't exist for some reason.
It doesn't feel like
it should be Christmas and then the end of the year, like the day.
It doesn't feel like it's like a real time. And
after Christmas, I kind of like lose track. Like, is this a Wednesday or a Tuesday or?
no, yeah,
Friday?
everybody
Like
loses track
that
of time. It's like, oh,
I've kind of gotten
Yeah.
back used to it, but
it's
like
yeah,
when you don't have school, like what day is it?
yeah, it's
You know?
it's really weird.
Yeah. Well, we're homeschooled, and today we're going to talk a little bit about that.
Oh yeah, also, what it's like being a homeschooler, like day to day. Wait. So, Journey, have you been to the gym yet?
Yes,
Seen the gym on New Year's?
So okay, I want to talk
This
about
is-
that. Just a little discussion about that. So I went to my gym with my brother, and we went there, and it was so funny. We got there, and all the cardio machines were maxed out, and then I went up to Dumble. I went, "New Year, new me, am I right?" And then it was still pretty packed because it was like 5:00. I mean, like that's
That's
like
the main time, right?
Yeah,
After work, people just go.
yeah, after work they go and do that. It's not after work for us because we get off before that. It was fine. Usually I do cardio after my workout, but I really couldn't. There was so many people trying to get their stuff in.
Oh yeah, it will probably be like cleared out by maybe like next week.
Can we get back to the homeschool part?
Oh yeah, homeschool.
So what we do is we kind of have like a classroom one day a week, and then for the rest of the week we'll work on the assignments.
A lot of also people think like, oh, homeschoolers are really awkward.
We're not
It
awkward.
depends on the homeschooler.
It
We're
depends
not
on
awkward, yeah.
like okay, for me in my certain situation, like I got a job when I was like 14, and the thing when I'm a homeschooler, you can get a job and work morning shift and then do your school in the afternoon, and it wouldn't affect anything unless you don't do your school. You'll probably get in trouble. Basically the thing a job has taught me is obviously I've gotten money, but it's
It's like
taught me
maturity, right?
Yeah, it's taught me social skills because if I wasn't like that, I would still be awkward. Even like now, I would be.
People are so surprised when I say I'm homeschooled because like I'm really actually kind of extroverted.
Yeah,
Like I
me
talk
too,
to
me too.
like I mostly only see most of my friends just are like go to church, so I'm waiting so long like for Wednesday so I can go to church and meet them again.
Oh yeah.
And like yeah, also we have a lot of you may know we have a Bible study on Fridays with like pretty much all my friends go there.
Yeah,
It's really cool. I really like it.
What I just want to say is homeschooling allows us to do things like this and make a podcast.
It's really like flexible. There's so many different curriculums. Like what I do is this classical conversations. There's like debates. There's there's some cool stuff.
It's like a lot
I
of
have like
work.
to read a whole book like in like most books take 2 weeks to read. What was it? To Kill a Mockingbird. I had like 2 weeks to do that, and I don't really read books, so it's
Yeah.
like kind of taught me to just like sit down. You have to do this because I'm distracted a lot, so
Yeah.
it's kind of hard for me to do it.
Yeah.
Well, just being able to just read a book from cover to cover is
Oh yeah, and
pretty
to
good.
to put
Pretty
your
good
phone down.
to be able to do that.
Like,
Yeah,
To be able
oh,
to
yeah.
stay consistent.
So to any of you listeners out there, it's the new year. You want to set like whenever you do resolutions, you don't want to set like crazy new like things about it.
Yeah.
gotta like slowly get into it. Like
yeah, you
and also-
want to set like pretty good goals, but not like scary goals. Like you don't ever.
Yeah. Something I want to say is it's not like that in real. Like many people just say New Year, New Me, kind of like sarcastically because
Yeah, but, like,
people don't actually like go that far.
You wanna
it
start
used to be
fresh.
not as
Yeah.
sarcastic, but also why wait until the new year? Like
Yeah.
really, that's just kind of an excuse. Like oh, I'll wait a little bit. You know,
I'll wait till next
just-
year to do
I'll wait
this.
till next year.
You don't need to wait.
You gotta
like,
do it.
Just do it.
Just
and-
start.
Yeah, just start.
Actually, it will help a lot more if you start slowly and not like have it all heaping on you like January 1st.
Yeah.
Like it will actually help you a lot if you start slowly, say in like November.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are
Um,
some things that are good to start on the 1st of January. What we like to do is, start at the beginning of the Bible and then by the
yeah.
end of the year, or even earlier than you complete the Bible from Genesis to Revelation.
But what I wanted to say to you guys, any of you guys listening, thanks for listening to our podcast, by the way. It means a lot to us. We're going to get more on that on our stats of the whole year. I just want to say I decided to, so over the last 2 months, like November and December, I've kind of been addicted. I've literally been like, okay, this is a problem. I'm on my phone too much. I mean, I get my school done. I'm always like, okay, if I get my school done, I get to be on my phone the rest of my day. I don't want to do that. What I did is at the beginning of the year, I just deleted basically every form of social media, except for the apps that I'm not addicted to, like,
And, like,
YouTube or something.
How does it feel to go back on social media? Like after you've taken like a month or two break?
It feels like you might get addicted back to it. What one of my friends does is for Instagram. He's barely ever on it. He's just a user, I guess. But he only gets on it a couple of times because he knows it's just gonna get more addicting the more he gets on it or stays on it. So like for a month, he just gets off it and then he comes back and checks what happened and if any posted or whoever messaged you, and then he leaves. Not a lot of people are addicted to it because they have a lot of different hobbies and everybody's different. So
Yeah.
And also, it's not really just Instagram. Like there's even worse stuff like TikTok. Like we've talked about that.
Yeah,
a lot.
You know, it's funny because I think of this thing I heard this podcast and they were talking about this generation, how social media has like really messed kids up. Not like messed them up, but like it's hard to talk to them. For me, when I was younger, I was like bored, and boredom like gives me ideas, and I find the most boring stuff to like do to have fun with. I don't have like cheap dopamine.
Isn't like being bored? It actually kind of helps your mind a little bit. Like you think
because
you can't just stare at a screen. You don't have that.
Yeah, you don't have constant stimulation.
Yo, but seriously, thank you for like all the support this past year. Like we started this spring, I think. Yeah. Like this spring.
The first episode was in March.
Oh yeah, it was in March. So, I remember that.
I remember that starting it. It was with like KJ.
Yeah, I remember we had KJ, and it was so fun.
We're a top 5 podcast for 19 fans.
Yeah, 19
top
listeners.
10 for 21 fans.
Yeah, 21 fans.
Top 10,
that's
21. We are a top podcast.
For 7 fans.
For 7 fans.
For 7 listeners.
Love you so much.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. That's crazy. Like, that's crazy to think about. That's 7 people.
Every time we release a new episode, they see it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, like, thank you guys.
Like, sincerely, I think it's great when you have actually found value in listening to us.
Yeah. I don't really care about being super popular with this podcast. It would be cool, but like that's not our main thing. It's just to like talk.
All right. So
this is the new podcast for the new year, and we have a lot of other stuff planned.
A lot of stuff for 2024.
Yeah, not a lot of specific stuff we're gonna say, but I have a couple things planned for the podcast, and we're really excited for everything that's gonna happen. And you might see a couple you might hear a couple new voices in this new podcast
some
year.
Friends,
Yeah, some of my friends hopefully can come on.
Some of you might be listening, and in a few months might be on the podcast.
Yeah,
but yeah, actually, 2024 is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, so actually this year, last year we had what other guests did we have on the show? I know we had KJ.
Yeah, we had KJ.
We had Israel,
Izzy,
and Samuel. Yeah.
Yeah, was it just them?
I think it was just 3 others.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but also I want to have my older brothers on it too.
Oh yeah.
This year they're a lot to like.
Actually, wouldn't it be kind of cool to have like Grandpa on? He's like
our grandpa.
Yeah,
man, that would be a long episode. He has a lot to talk about.
But he has so much knowledge.
Exactly.
They're like the encyclopedia.
Yeah, you literally talk your ear off, and you wouldn't get tired of him because he's funny.
Yeah.
I don't think my grandpa even knows about this podcast, but we needed to tell him about it.
So that's the end of this episode.
Yep.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for listening, and be on the lookout for some more podcast content coming soon, and this whole year coming up. And
see you in the next one.
Yeah, see you guys in the next